Hello mga ka-JTV, this is Sir Joel of Sir JTV channel. In this video lesson, we will discuss about multiplication of radical expressions. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to multiply radical expressions. Huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at pindutin ang notification bell para update kayo sa mga upload ko mga video lessons. Pindutin din ang like button sa ibaba kung nakatulong itong video lesson sa inyo. So, let's begin. Dun sa previous lesson natin about addition and subtraction of radical expressions, tinitignan muna natin kung similar radicals ba yung mga given radical expressions. So, kasi hindi natin pwedeng i-add or subtract, diba? Kung hindi sila similar radicals. But for multiplication of radicals, hindi na natin kailangan pang tingnan kung similar radicals sila. Makakapag-multiply tayo ng mga radicals kahit hindi sila similar radicals. Okay? So, ngayon, mag-multiply tayo ng mga radicals. So, meron tayong mga factors na i-consider. So, yung una is multiplication of radicals with the same indices. So, mag-multiply tayo ngayon ng mga radicals na may magkaparehong index. Yung technique dito is i-apply lang natin yung second law of radicals. Yung nth root of A times nth root of B is equal to nth root of A over B. Kumbaga, yung dalawang radicand pwede natin pagsamahin sa iisang radicand na lang. So, magbigay tayo ng example. Number 1, cube root of 2 times cube root of 3. So, dito sa mga given radicals na ito, magkapares yung index. So, yung gagawin natin dito, para ma-multiply natin to is, i-apply lang natin yung second law of radicals. So, since magkapares naman yung index nila, diba? Pwede na naman natin pagsamahin yung dalawang radicand na yan sa iisang radical sign. So, magiging siyang cube root of 2 times 3. And then, simplify 2 times 3, that is 6. So, yung answer natin dito ay cube root of 6. Number 2, square root of 2 times square root of 8. Again, apply lang natin yung second law of radicals. Pagsasamahin natin itong 2 at 8 sa isang radical sign. So, kung makuha natin ay square root of 2 times 8. And 2 times 8, that is 16. And then, kung masisimplify pa natin siya, isisimplify natin. So, dito si 16 kasi ay perfect square, di ba? So, 4 times 4. That is 16. So, ilalabas natin si 16 sa radical sign as 4. So, yan yung final answer natin. Number 3, 4th root of 4 times 4th root of 8. Again, apply lang natin second law of radicals. That is 4th root of 4 times 8. And 4 times 8, that is 32. And, if a factor natin si 32 as 16 times 2. So, di ba, dito, hindi naman kasi perfect 4th power si 32. Pero baka meron siyang factors na perfect 4th power. Kaya finactor ko siya as 16. Si 16 kasi perfect 4th power siya. So, 16 times 2, that is 32. At yung 4th root ng 16 ay 2. Kasi 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So, malalabas natin si 16 as 2. So, we have 2, 4th root of 2. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Example number 4, square root of 2x times square root of 8x. Apply second law of radicals. Makuha natin ay square root of 2x times 8x. And then, multiply lang natin yan 2 times 8 at x times x. Makuha natin ay 16x square. So, 2 times 8 at 16. X times x. Add lang natin yung exponent nila na invisible 1. That is 2. Kaya meron tayong x squared dyan. And then, si 16, perfect square siya. At ito, perfect square din. So, malalabas natin yung 16 na yan, tsaka x square sa loob ng radical sign. So, makuha natin ay 4x. 4 times 4, 16. X times x is x square. Example number 5. Cube root of 4xy times cube root of 2x square y raised to 5 z. So, pagsamahin lang natin sa loob ng isang radical sign. So we have 4xy times 2x square y raised to 5z. And then multiply lang natin yung coefficient na 4 tsaka 2, x tsaka x square, and y raised to 5. So add lang natin mga exponent niya. Makuha natin ay 4 times 2, that is 8, x times x squared, that is x cubed, 1 plus yung exponent na 2, and y times y 5, yung exponent na 1 plus yung exponent niya na 5, that is 6. And copy lang natin si z. And then dito, hindi pa ito nakasimplify kasi si 8 ay perfect cube at may makikita tayong mga exponent dyan na equal at greater than the index. Diba dun sa lesson natin about simplifying radical expressions, hindi pa natin siya mako-consider na nakasimplify kapag meron tayong nakikita mga variables or numbers na perfect n power at mga exponent na equal or greater than the index. So dito meron tayong nakikita na equal sa index, diba? Itong 3 at yung greater than the index is yung 6. Ngayon, pwede natin ilabas yan. Si 8, malalabas natin siya as 2. Tapos ito naman, 'di ba, pwede natin i-apply dito yung first law of radicals kapag equal na yung index at exponent ng isang expression sa loob ng radical, malalabas natin yung base. So meron pa tayong ibang technique para makapag-simplify ng mga variables. So pwede nyo rin gawin ito. Para malabas itong x cube, ang gagawin natin is i-divide natin yung exponent niya doon sa index. Tapos yung makuha natin quotient doon, yun yung magiging exponent nung ilalabas nating variable. For example, ito x cube, 3 divided by 3, that is 1. So kapag nilabas natin itong x cube na ito, ilalabas natin siya as x raised to 1. Yung magiging exponent nun is yung quotient nitong exponent at saka itong index. And then, ganun din gagawin natin sa y raised to 6. 6 divided by yung index na 3, that is 2. So kapag nilabas natin si y raised to 6, makuha natin ang answer ay y square. Kasi 6 divided by 3, that is 2. So, yung magiging answer natin ganyan. 2x y square cube root of z. So, matitira sa loob si z. Kasi less than the index yung exponent niya. So, makikita natin dito na si x cube, 3 divided by 3, makukuha natin exponent niya ay 1. At 6 divided by 3, makukuha natin exponent ng y kapag nilabas natin is 2. 6 divided by 3, that is 2. Then, si 8, perfect cube siya. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. So, yan yung final answer natin. 2x y square cube root of z. Example number 6, 2 cube root of 4ab square c cube times 3 cube root of 4ab cube c raised to 8. So, apply lang natin yung second law of radicals dito. So, meron tayong coefficient na 2 at 3. Multiply natin yan. And yung mga radical natin, pagsasamahin lang natin sa loob ng isang radical sign. So, makuha natin ay 2 times 3 cube root of 4ab square c cube times 4ab cube c raised to 8. So, pinagsama na natin dito. And then, i-multiply lang natin yung mga yan. 2 times 3, that is 6. 4 times 4, that is 16. A times a, that is a square. B square times b cube, that is b raised to 5. And c raised to 3 times c raised to 8, that is c raised to 11. So, nag-add lang tayo ng mga exponent dyan. And then, if a factor ko 16 as 8 times 2. Kasi 16, di ba, hindi naman siya perfect cube. Pero meron siyang factor na perfect cube, which is 8. So, 8 times 2, that is 16. Si 8 yan mamaya, malalabas natin. And makikita natin dito na may mga exponent dun yung mga variables natin na greater than 3. So, malalabas din natin itong b raised to 5 at c raised to 11. And then, si a square, magre-remain lang siya sa loob ng radical sign. And then, simplify lang natin, makuha natin is ganito. 6 times 2, si 2 nanggaling siya kay 8 kasi cube root ng 8 is 2. Kaya, meron tayong 2 dyan. And then, paano tayo nagkaroon ng b? So, sinimplify lang natin si b raised to 5. So, yung technique na gagawin natin dito is i-divide natin yung exponent na 5 doon sa index. So, 5 divided by 3, that is 1, di ba? And yung quotient na 1 na yun yung magiging exponent nung nilabas nating b. So, b raised to 1. Yung exponent niya na 1 dyan, yan yung quotient nung dinivide natin na exponent tsaka yung index. Ngayon, meron tayong remainder 2, di ba? 5 divided by 3, that's 1, pero meron pa tayong remainder 2. Yung remainder 2 na yun yung magiging exponent nung magre-remain na b sa loob ng radical sign. So, we have b square. Hindi naman kasi natin malalabas ng buo yung b raised to 5 na yan. So, malalabas lang natin dyan is yung b raised to 3. Tapos, may matitira pa siya na 2 na exponent. Kaya, naging b squared ito. And then, si c raised to 11 naman, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng c cube dyan is, dinivide natin yung 11 sa index. So, 11 divided by 3, that is 3. Diba? Tapos, meron siyang remainder na 2. So, yung quotient niya, 11 divided by 3, which is 3, yun yung magiging exponent nung nilabas nating c. Kaya, meron tayong raised to 3 dyan. And yung remainder niya na 2, yun yung magiging exponent nung c sa loob ng radical sign. Okay? So, we have c square. And then, simplify lang natin 6 times 2, that is 12. So, we have 12bc cube, cube root of 2a square, b square, c square. So, ito na yung final answer natin. So, lagi natin check kung wala na bang perfect n power sa loob ng radical sign, or wala na ba tayong mga exponent na equal or greater than the index para masabi nating nakasimplify na siya. Example number 7, 4th root of 2 times 4th root of 4 times 4th root of 4. Again, apply lang natin dito yung second law of radicals. Pagsasamahin lang natin yung tatlong radicals na yan sa loob ng isang radical sign, since magkapakapares naman sila ng indices. So, we have 4th root of 2 times 4 times 4. And 4 times 4, that is 16. So, minultiply ko muna itong 4 times 4 nito kasi makuha nating answer is perfect fourth power. So, si 16 yan, malalabas natin sa loob ng radical sign. Diba? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So, malalabas natin si 16 as 2. So, we have 2 fourth root of 2. Yun yung final answer natin. Okay, number 2, multiplication of radicals with the same radicand but different indices. So, dito naman, yung mga bibigyan nating example, hindi magkakaparehas yung indices nila, pero magkakaparehas yung radicand. So, ano kaya yung gagawin natin dito? Ano yung process, ano yung technique na gagawin natin para ma-multiply natin to? Again, hindi natin pwede i-apply si second law of radicals dito kasi hindi naman magkakaparehas yung indices nila. So, bigay tayo ng example. Number 1, cube root of 2 times square root of 2. So, hindi magkaparehas yung index, diba? Kaya hindi natin ma-apply si second law of radicals dito. Pero paano kaya natin ma-multiply itong dalawang radicals na ito? So, ang gagawin natin is ita-transform natin sila into exponential form. Si cube root of 2, di ba, pwede natin i-transform as 2 raised to 1 over 3. At si square root of 2, pwede natin i-transform into exponential form as 2 raised to 1 half. And then, after nating i-transform yan, pwede nating i-apply dito yung loss of exponent, di ba? Kapag same base sila, ang gagawin lang natin sa exponent nila ay i-add natin. Okay, so we have 2 raised to 1 over 3 plus 1 half. So, pwede natin gawin na ganyan, di ba? By loss of exponents. And then, add natin yung 1/3 na yan, tsaka 1 half. Pero, in that case, hindi pa natin ma-add yan kasi kailangan muna natin hanapin yung LCD. So, yung LCD niyan ay 6. So, si 1 over 3, pwede natin i-write as 2 over 6. At si 1 half naman as 3 over 6. Parang LCD divided by 3 times yung numerator, LCD divided by 2 times yung numerator. Kaya nakuha natin yan. And then, add na natin 2 plus 3, that is 5. And copy the common denominator, which is 6. Kapag napag-combine na natin yung dalawang exponent na yan, meron na lang tayong isang exponent, diba? So, na-simplify na natin. Ngayon, ita-transform natin pabalik sa radical form niya. So, that is 6 root of 2 raised to 5. Okay? So, yung index natin, yung denominator and yung numerator, exponent sa numerator, yung numerator ng exponent, siya yung magiging exponent ng radicand natin, which is 5. And then, simplify lang natin, 2 raised to 5, that is 32. So, 6 root of 32 yung final answer natin. Example number 2, cube root of x raised to xy times 4th root of xy. So, hindi magkapares ulit yung index nito, pero magkapares yung radicand. So, again, transform lang natin sila into exponential form. So, we have quantity xy raised to 1 over 3 and quantity xy raised to 1 over 4. Tandaan na napaka-importante nitong parenthesis na ito. Kasi kapag walang parenthesis yan at naka-raise yan sa 1 over 3, parang yung y lang yung naka-raise sa 1 over 3 at hindi kasama si x. So, kailangan naka-parenthesis yan. Parang naka-include din si x sa i-raise nating exponent niya. And then, add natin yung mga exponent, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. Yung LCD niyan is 12. So, we have quantity xy 4 over 12 plus 3 over 12. So, 4 plus 3, that is 7, di ba? And then, transform it back sa radical form niya. So, we have 12th root of quantity xy raised to 7, or we can rewrite this as 12th root of x raised to 7, y raised to 7. Number 3, multiplication of radicals with different indices and different radicands. So, dito naman, hindi na magkakapares yung indices nila, at the same time, hindi na magkakapares yung radicands. So, paano kayong gagawin natin dito? So, bigay tayo ng example. Number 1, cube root of 2 times the square root of 3. So, hindi na magkapares yung mga index nila, di ba? At yung radicand naman, hindi na magkakaparehas. So, ano yung gagawin nating process dito or technique? So, again, ita-transform back lang natin yan or ita-transform natin into exponential form. So, si cube root of 2, we can write that as 2 raised to 1 over 3. At si square root of 3 as 3 raised to 1 half. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-add yan, yung mga exponent, kasi hindi naman sila pares ng base. Ito 2, ito ay 3. Unlike dun sa previous na mga example natin, yung mga radicand or base natin ay magkaparehas. Kaya, pwede natin i-add yung mga exponent. Pero in this case, hindi natin to pwedeng i-add kasi nga, hindi magkaparehas yung base natin. So, anong gagawin natin ngayon? Gagawin natin tong mga exponent na ito as similar fractions. So, kukunin lang natin yung LCD nila. So, i-rewrite natin yan hanggang sa magkaparehas na sila ng denominator. So, yung ano niyan, LCD is 6, diba? So, i-rewrite natin si 1 over 3 as 2 over 6 at si 1 over 2 as 3 over 6. And then, ano yung purpose niyan? Bakit natin ginawang similar fractions? Ginawa natin yan para mapagsama na natin sila sa loob ng isang radical sign. So, dito, kung ita-transform back natin sila, itong 2 raised to 2 over 6, we can write that as 6 root of 2 square. At itong 3 raised to 3 over 6, that is 6 root of 3 raised to 3. So, dito, magkapares ng index natin, di ba? Which is 6. Ma-apply na natin ngayon dito yung second law of radicals. So, magkapares ng index, kaya pwede natin pagsamahin yung dalawang yan sa loob ng iisang radical sign. So, we have 6 root of 2 square times 3 cube. Diba? Napagsama na natin sa loob. And then, simplify lang natin 2 raised to 2, that is 4. And 3 raised to 3, that is 27. And then, multiply lang natin 4 times 27, that is 108. So, ito yung final answer natin. 6 root of 108. Example number 2, cube root of x squared times 4th root of y. Again, hindi magkaparehas yung mga index natin at yung radicand. Gagawin natin, ita-transform natin into exponential form. So, si x squared, si cube root of x squared, that is x raised to 2 over 3. At si 4th root of y, that is y raised to 1 over 4. Kunin natin yung LCD. So, i-write natin yung mga exponent na yan. Again, hindi natin pwedeng i-add yan kasi hindi magkaparehas yung base natin. So, yung LCD natin that is 12. So si 2 over 3 gagawin natin as 8 over 12 at si 1 over 4 gagawin natin 3 over 12. LCD is 12. So 12 divided by 3 times yung numerator na 2, makuha natin 8. 12 divided by 4 times yung numerator na 1, makuha natin ay 3. And then, since magkapares na yung denominator nila, so i-rewrite natin as radical form nila, pabalik. So itong x raised to 1 over x raised to 8 over 12. So transform it back sa radical form, that is 12 root of x raised to 8. At itong y raised to 3 over 12. That is 12 root of y cube. And then, since magkapares ng index, pwede natin apply dito yung second law of radicals. Mapagsasama natin sila sa loob ng radical sign. So, we have 12 root of x raised to 8 y cube. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Number 4, multiplication of radicals with more than one term. Yung mga previous natin na mga examples, it involves one term lang, di ba? Paano kung more than one term yung pinag-multiply natin? Paano yung process? So, bigay tayo ng example. Example ito, square root of 2 times quantity, square root of 3 plus square root of 6. So, it involves two terms, di ba? Ito, familiar naman kayo dun sa mga, di ba? Yung mga monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial. So, this is binomial since meron tayong dalawang term. So, paano yung process natin dyan? So, ang gagawin natin is, i-distribute lang natin itong square root of 2 sa mga terms na yan. So, square root of 2 times square root of 3, pwede nating apply dito yung second law. So, pagsasamahin na lang natin sila sa loob ng isang radical sign, di ba? So, magkapares naman kasi yung index nila. And then, i-distribute naman natin si square root of 2 kay square root of 6. So, ganito yung makuha natin. Square root of 2 times 6. So, yung operation dyan, yun yung lalagay natin dito. Since positive yan or plus yung lalagay natin. And then, simplify lang natin 2 times 3, 2 times 6. 2 times 3, that is 6. And 2 times 6, that is 12. And then, si 12 hindi siya perfect square, pero meron siyang factor na perfect square, which is 4. So, 3 times 4, that's 12. And si 4, malalabas natin sa loob ng radical sign. So, makuha natin ay square root of 6 plus 2 square root of 3. Itong 2 na ito, galing siya kay 4. Square root of 4, that is 2. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Square root of 6 plus 2 square root of 3. Example number 2. 2 cube root of x times quantity 2 cube root of 3x plus 4 cube root of 16 minus cube root of 2. So, i-distribute lang natin ito, monomial na ito, dito sa mga terms na yan. Sa tatlong terms na yan. This is trinomial, di ba? So, 2 cube root of x times 2 cube root of 3x, that is 4 cube root of 3x square. Yung coefficient natin na to dito, minultiply natin dun sa coefficient niya dito, that is 4. Kaya nakuha natin 4 dito. And since magkapares naman yung indices dito, pwede natin i-multiply yung radicand sila. So, x times 3x, that is 3x square. And then, distribute na naman natin dito sa pangalawang term. So, multiply natin yan dito sa 4 cube root of 16. So, makuha natin ay 8 cube root of 16x. 2 times 4, that is 8. And x times 16, that is 16x. And last one, i-multiply natin siya kay negative cube root of 2. So, makuha natin answer dyan ay negative 2. So, 2 times yung negative 1 dito na invisible. 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2. And since magkapares naman yung index nila, x times 2, that is 2x. And then, si 16 kasi hindi siya perfect cube, diba? Pero meron siyang factor na perfect cube. Kaya finactor ko siya dito as 8 times 2. So, 8 times 2, that is 16. Si 8 ay perfect cube. Kaya malalabas natin si 8 sa loob ng radical sign. So, ilalabas natin si 8 as 2, diba? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, that is 8. And then, imumultiply natin to 8 times 2, that is 16. So, we have 4 cube root of 3x square plus 16 cube root of 2x minus 2 cube root of 2x. Dito mapapansin din natin na merong similar terms. Itong 16 cube root of 2x at si negative 2 cube root of 2x. So, similar terms yan, di ba? Same index and same radicand. So, simplify pa natin yan. So, nag-a-apply na tayo dito ng ng subtraction of radicals. So, gagawin natin, ikakopy lang natin yung common radicals nila and isusubtract natin tong coefficient nila. 16 minus 2, that is 14. So, yung final answer natin dito ay 4 cube root of 3x squared plus 14 cube root of 2x. Okay, ganito naman yung example natin. So, meron tayong dalawang binomial dito. So, paano ba yung gagawin natin? So, kagaya lang dun sa ginawa natin dun sa mga previous lesson natin, kapag binomial to binomial minumultiply natin, i-apply lang natin yung FOIL method. So, first term, outer term, inner term, at last term. So, ganun lang. Multiply natin yung first term muna, first term to first term, square root of 3 times square root of 3. That is square root of 9. So, magkapares naman sila ng index, diba? Kaya pwede natin apply dito yung second law of radicals. So, 3 times 3, that is 9. And then, outer term, square root of 3 times negative 2, that is simply negative 2 square root of 3. And then, inner term, 1 times square root of 3, that is simply square root of 3. And then, 1 times negative 2, that is simply negative 2. Okay? And then, si 9 is perfect square, diba? Square root of 9, that is 3. So, kaya nakuha natin yung 3 dito. And then, makuha natin answer ay 1 minus square root of 3. Paano nangyari yon? So, meron tayong 3 dito at meron tayong negative 2. So, 3 minus 2, that is 1. And ito negative 2 square root of 3 at square root of 3 na ito, they are similar radicals, diba? Square root of 3, square root of 3. So, pwede natin combine yan. So, kakopy lang natin yung common radicals nila, which is square root of 3. And then, itong coefficient nila na negative 2 at yung invisible 1 dito, i-combine natin. So, negative 2 plus yung coefficient na invisible 1, that is negative 1. Kaya, nakuha natin dito ay negative. So, hindi na natin kailangan ilagay yung 1 dito. So, understood na 1 yung coefficient ng square root of 3 na yan. So, ito yung final answer natin. 1 minus square root of 3. Example number 2, quantity square root of x plus square root of y times quantity square root of x plus square root of y. So, again, FOIL method lang yung gagawin natin dito. Binomial to binomial. So, first term, square root of x times square root of x, that is square root of x square. Outer term, square root of x times square root of y, that is square root of xy. And then, square root of y times square root of x, that is square root of xy pa rin. And last term, square root of y times square root of y, that is square root of y square. So, dito, square root natin si x square tsaka si y square since perfect square sila, diba? So, makuha natin ay x at y. Square root of x square, that's x. Square root of y square, that is y. By applying first law of radicals. And then, similar radicals ito, square root of xy tsaka square root of xy. So, pwede natin i-combine yan. Kakopy lang natin common radicals and i-add natin yung coefficient nila na invisible 1. Di ba? Meron tayong invisible 1 dyan. A-add natin ngayon yan. 1 plus 1, that is 2. Kaya makuha natin answer ay 2 square root of xy. And ito na yung magiging final answer natin. X plus 2 square root of xy plus y. So, hanggang dito na lang yung video lesson natin. Sana marami kayong natutunan. Huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at pindutin ang notification bell para updated kayo sa mga i-upload kong mga video lessons. Pindutin din ang like button sa ibaba kung nakatulong itong video lesson sa'yo. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!